Well, hello, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. We're back with Autonauts and our way to galaxy economic supremacy. And right now we're finishing up this bot head, and we're gonna start our new production line. Hopefully, get that up and settled by the time these guys finish off. And we were gonna do catfish because these other things are pretty hard. Looks like we changed into potatoes and apples are really pretty easy, but the dungarees would give us so much grief. So much grief. So, yeah, we're gonna hold off on that until, I'd like to get a couple of industries started with some of these things before we move in. But actually, let's go check out dungarees and see what they hold for us. So we would have to make dresses, cotton, set those up, start buttons, which are pretty easy. But from dresses, we would also need to have tunics, but that looks like we just need cotton. Cotton thread, cotton lint, raw cotton. So really, we just need to set up cotton and a couple bots along the way. Huh. Let me think about that for a minute. Alright, I decided. Too many steps for this small video. We'd have to set up apples and then set up both of them to be made in a kitchen. We'd have to set up cotton, and then we'd have to go down cotton cloth and cotton thread, and then 3 different clothing options. And I think for this video that might just be too long. So we'll continue on with the catfish. And what we are going to need to do is, with the catfish, we have bait. It's deep fresh water, and pretty sure we can just do the good fishing rod because some of the fish need to have this. And we've already got string that we've got the programming for that. So yeah, let's just go to this good fishing rod. So I'm gonna need to set up cranks and get a spot for those to be done. And pretty sure both of those just needed these, which I only have 2 of. Let me get space for that. Actually, online cycle. Okay. Nope. What do I need? I need you, and then you. So let's put you right there, and so you don't have a quick, and then you right there. And I want to do something. Okay, let's just set the axle first because we need. I'm just going to put you right there now. So crank and the axle. So you there, and then get the box in. Okay, here we are. We've got everything prepped, hopefully, and set up. I gave them a backpack and a brain, just to lead off anything crucial. So let's just start off with getting. I think this might work better having the 4 string and the 4 poles in hand. Because I believe the crew. Yeah, the action luggage gear only take up 2 hands, so I can put both of those in the backpack Yeah, and grab. So like if I do, oh, I didn't set him to record, and that would be good. All right, get a gear, and then, well, I guess let's just 4 poles until over here, which we don't have. Let's just sneaky that, and I'm just gonna steal a couple of these while I can. Alright, so since my poles are having trouble, let's just sneaky that over here, and then I'm gonna say retrieve all of them and throw them in until where's my backpack? There's until my backpack's empty, and then let me actually throw everything in here. And then now we're gonna need the crew axle and the crank can both fit in, except not with me. Because I don't have 4 backpack spaces. So we set them up to stow. Get that 4 times. And yes, I did have somebody start making me wheelbarrows, and I've started doing the transportation slowly. And like I said, off screen, I'll go around and fix everything in that way. But I need 4 of these. Don't know why I decided to throw those all in my backpack, but that's okay. Retrieve, throw it in, and we'll do another until backpack empty. Boom. Pick up fishing rod and throw it in. So all of that for 1 fishing rod. So let's do our ifs ands. Ooh, and I am 1 brain cell. Too much. Where can I grab that from? Alright, figured it out. So what we're gonna do is not have them deliver it for right now. We're gonna actually go to this function. We're gonna play around with the here speed. Took a rod. So when this guy hears took a rod, they're going to go and make the rod. Let me grab them up here. And I need to go and get that rod. And leave it up here. So when we set up our fishermen, we're going to tell them to come up here, take a rod, and then say, took a rod. So we got to remember that. And I think I wanted to do it up here. So have a little thing like that. And what I want to do, I don't know if I have enough space to do it now. I got too many things being built. I should. I want to put in a little dock. Yeah, and if you can kind of see that shadow, it's going to like clip down into the ground so you can walk on it. So I think I want to do that. That shouldn't take too long to set up, and let's get rid of that so we don't get confused. Plus now I can make him get some bait, because I think these rods do a lot of baiting. So fishing rod is done. We'll leave that there just in case we need to reference it. And let's go freshwater fisherman here. So this is going to be a bit of a setup. So we're going to say, pick up a rod and then shout, took a rod. And you're going to do that only if your hands are empty. And then you're going to come over here and get some bait. Did that work? That didn't work. It is the lead thing. Okay, get some bait. If held object is empty, or you know what? No, we're gonna say repeat until held object is not empty. And actually, no, because we're gonna need to replace the bait before we replace the rod. So then you're gonna come over, and I'm just gonna set him here until my dock is ready. And the reason I do that is because you can fish from an insane amount away. And then just fish. And one thing I'm gonna do probably is set up just a little. See, you automatically fish. I'll set up a sign in between 2 of these 6, and just so I don't have to like worry about the area. Okay, and the fish come to their feet. So basically, we're gonna have to find a way to limit him. But for right now, I want you to do that a couple times. So move there, fish until held object is empty, and then they'll go on. So I'm gonna set them to do this like, let's do it. I mean, to get the catfish, let's do it 4 times. So you do that, and then I'm actually just going to need you to make another rod real quick so that we have one right there. And I'm going to make that sign and come back. Okay. So now we get to set up our fish collectors. And for space, this is what we're going to have to do. And I think we've got 3 fish here. We got big old carp, and we got a perch, and we got salmon. So first thing they're gonna do is do this, and then set up to you, which just covers inside there. And they're gonna, hands are full, and we're gonna exit because if there's no salmon, we don't want them to continue trying to pick up salmon. Come in here until hands are empty. And one thing we want to make sure that we do, I'll pick up one of these, is that if this is full, which has got 100, and I only did one of them because same is the most common. Oh look, there we go. Another 10 heart coins. Yeah. If they've still got fish in their hands, we want to drop all right behind it. Just because to get rid of these, we can't use the Easter Island monolith because that only does inanimate objects. To do live things, we've got to build a temple, but we need power for that. And we're not quite at power yet, so if hands are not empty. So we're just going to dump them all back here until we're at that point. And then immediately jump into the same thing with the perch. Yeah, until hands are full. And then until hands empty. And we'll just do that. But let's change it to behind the perch, just to be fun. And so as you can see, their brain is going bad. So they can only handle 2. I don't think I can get a 3rd one with that. Do I have just... I do. I have another little brain over here. So we're going to do that and give him a brain just so we can say, go on and keep checking that. Okay, that looks good. So for these other 2, we're going to need to get another guy and come over here and do the same exact thing. But I'm actually going to change his name to... Sow Perch. And then this guy is going to be carp cat. There we go. And we're going to have to actually wait for a catfish to show up in order to get a catfish. Which just reminds me, I don't think I set that perch to this area, but I'll go back. Okay. Same thing. Alright, so we're gonna have to wait. You didn't put 2 down. Okay. You just came to me for some reason. Oh. If hand's not empty. Alright. Good thing to always stick around for a little while. And let me stop you so that I can limit your search area. Otherwise, you're just going to continuously put salmon, grabbing salmon that we told him to lay here and put it in there. Yeah. May not have put those right in the boundary, but we'll do that. So we'll let that run until we get a catfish. You are continuing to do that. Okay. Looks like we're headed on. So let's look at... And we just needed 1 catfish, I think. So hopefully we get a catfish before that comes out. So let's... Wooden buttons. That's gonna be so easy. So let's set that up right now. Because... They would be in clothing? Yeah. They're just a fix and peg. And hopefully, I do not have these made yet because I need a crank and a blade. So let's just finish those off because I can't imagine that I spent a bot to put those 2 things in. Okay, let's shove that in somewhere. And we will need a box, which I'm just gonna throw right there. Buttons. So, buttons. And just to remind myself, it was fix and peg. So you can basically come over here, grab fix and pegs until your hands are full, and come back and make 6 buttons. It takes a little while until hands are empty. 1-to-1 ratio, so you can pick up until your hands are full, and then drop off until your hands are empty. So yeah, we could do 80%, and that wouldn't throw him off anyway, so hopefully we can get all this stuff working. So do that 80% and go on. Now we are struggling for a lot of our materials because we've just started a bunch of industries. Yeah, we'll have to let that work a little bit. Let's check over here. He has not done anything. Well, he's done a lot. Look at all those 54 salmon. See what I mean? To like a couple carp and perch. So catfish, I believe, is the hardest one to make. That's why there's only 1 of them. So yeah, we should probably fill these up in case we get a large request for these fish. I probably won't go. I'll go like that. Considering we only needed one catfish, but we might need a couple of these, and then a ton of salmon. So let's do that. All right. Well, I will come back when we either have a catfish. We might just want to go straight to buttons, but I'll let those buttons speed up because I don't think we saw anything. Oh, these are still on the other thing. Maybe I'll go find some cotton. All right, I'll be back. Well, look at that. I immediately came over and there's a catfish. So, let's slow this down. And the first thing we're going to do is give that guy brain. And don't judge me. He doesn't need this big of a brain, but I just don't feel like going over again. Actually, so pick up the catfish in this general area. And then come and plop it right here. So again, we're going to limit it. And even though we know we're only going to get one at a time, this makes them not standing there searching for a catfish. Copy this and move it down just on the off chance. And then you are just going to do that forever. And I am going to take this catfish and come over here and turn it in. Boom. I actually did something myself. I mean, I'm doing all of this myself. I'm middle manager, right? I'm the CEO. Well, you know, I'm making this from the ground up. I'm a small business owner creating jobs. So, first one we turned in ourselves, and then I'm just gonna go straight to buttons and figure out where our Dalek is with our cart. Oh, they're over there. Trying to get another bot head because I never set him to a limit, but that's okay. It's not like he's gonna grab extra carts. So let's set him off to get there we go. Let's set him off to get buttons. And yeah. Quick change. I think we just need to change this. Right? I really should move him. I'll do that when I do my transports. Yeah. So he's off to start delivering that. So that was pretty good. We set up 2 things to be done. Nice, easy one. And now we've got our fishery set up. So these guys, you know, should be good to go forever. I don't think it matters. I think it's all freshwater. So hopefully we don't come up with any snags. Okay, so while editing, I realized a snag. We never set up limiters for our fishermen right here. And this is how we're going to do it. Get rid of that. Basically, we're going to set up a couple of if-else's. And I'm going to need 3 and an if. Oh, I don't know what I did, but I'm hitting the wrong button again. I'm going to set that up to a repeat. And then let's see. I think we have just enough memory. So basically, no, I don't even need that. So what this is going to say is, I'm going to go through in all these boxes and designate them if they're not full. He's going to exit this repeat and start fishing. Like the other ones, where it's measuring 2 things. I guess I don't have enough brain power for this. I should. So we're going to go through and see if we can find out. where that other brain power is coming from. But this is kind of what you're gonna see. So they're gonna go through and they're gonna check salmon. If salmon's not full, exit the repeat and go through all these motions, and then come back. And if salmon's full, they're gonna check if perch is full. If perch is full, they're gonna check if carp is full. If carp is full, they're gonna check if catfish is full. And only if, and then if all these are full, they're gonna keep repeating. Do you have a brain? Well, you don't have a brain, so that's perfect. So real quick, let's grab a brain, bring it back to him. I'm not sure why this UI is so big. But now he has enough brain. So if even one of these boxes isn't full, they're going to keep fishing. And I may actually... I put in a brain. I don't think I needed to, but let's keep it like that just in case we ever come across the fact that we need these. We know we're already going to have them. So that's the simple way that we're going to limit our fishermen. So thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope you have a good one.